Hello everyone, Epic Sonar Man here. Virulence finally posted episode 108 after almost 2 months of waiting, and it definitely was an unexpected episode. There is a lot to talk about and there are lots of questions that this episode left us with. There were very unexpected things and very sad things going on in this episode, which I pretty much guessed one of them thanks to the secret texts on the leaks before episode was released. But for the Camerawoman simps, I don't think Camerawoman is dead. I will talk about it in today's video. But before we proceed with the analysis, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you like these videos and want to support me, make sure to subscribe because I work hard with these videos for you guys. But now let's get into the video. The episode starts similar to Boom's episode 50, which this video had a lot of references of episode 50 from Boom. As is also in the camera base, we can see one of the leak frames where a scientist gives a glowing plunger to Plunger Cameraman. The POV Plungerman goes outside the base and see it getting raided just like in episode 50 from Boom. We can see agents running in damage, and the toilets raiding the base are the same ones on Boom's episode 50. We can see a camera laser guard is shooting at the skibidi flamethrower, and an undead helicopter toilet shoots it and destroys it. After that we can see Camerawoman arriving, which I noticed something very odd about her. She doesn't seem very confident in this episode, and she barely did something. All she did was getting destroyed to the point she got killed. At least that's how it seemed. We will talk about it later on. Plunger gets prepared to fight the raiders like a Chad. He uses the glowing plunger as a shield, and the other one as a weapon. It looks like the glowing one is a special type of plunger, but we can see Plunger's amazing skills. As he was about to one-tap this toilet, someone decides to eliminate him first. Turns out to be the holy toilet. We knew he'd be back thanks to one leak, but glad he is back. But he really catches the rocket and throws it back at the undead toilet. Bro got some pretty crazy skills, not gonna lie. I think Plunger better be careful because this blood can steal his aura for real. But then Virulence makes a funny reference to one of his bloopers, where a scientist feeds him some kind of energy magma rock, and Buddy does a SMR with it. That one scientist looks a bit like me with the sonar camera glowing orange on the lens and with the white clothes. I'm still not canon in Skibidi Wars, but maybe one day I will. Anyways, after that scene, we see the plunger starts to continue on wiping the rest of the toilets. But Camerawoman kills a gang of helicopter undead toilets with her aimbot, and gets her satellite camera and explodes the living skibidi out of the skibidi, which is a reference to episode 77 part 3 from Boom. But the Strider camera finishes the job on exploding the toilet, which it turns out the scientist cameraman is using it as his mech. Not gonna lie, cameras did a decent job on wiping the normal undead toilets. But later on a bigger threat appears that literally kills almost every camera that was fighting outside the base. After that, the Fred from this multiverse grabs a toilet and kicks it to air and shoots it with the satellite camera. That part was so neat. Love the fatality they did. But more dark glowing green teleporting smoke comes out of nowhere. Looks like Plague Toilet is teleporting all his goons before attacking himself. But then some powerful orb comes out of the cloud and literally wipes the majority of cameramen, causing a huge explosion. Our POV Plunger Cameraman falls off and kind of faints for a moment. After that morbidly explosion, our POV Plunger Cameraman stands up to check on his brothers and his girlfriend. Seeing everyone destroyed, we thought for a second was dead. But that was just a foreshadow of what's gonna happen later on. We can see the mech Strider camera is completely cooked, making the scientist pretty sad. Plunger keeps checking around to see where Camerawoman is, and we can see how strong that orb was that destroyed all of cameras in the satellite. But fortunately Fred and Camerawoman survived that attack. Plunger quickly rushes into her for a hug. That's exactly what I do when I see Computer Woman. But unfortunately I haven't succeeded. Plunger feels so bad he gives her his supreme plunger. I guess because Camerawoman had no weapons on here after that attack. Then Fred alongside Plunger and Camerawoman are ready to attack and kill whatever landed on the camera base that caused such explosion. But then someone new appears. Looks like a new undead mutant woman. But I don't know if I should call them undead because they are apparently goons from the Plague Toilet. So I guess Plague Mutant Woman. I don't know, but she ain't looking bad at all. She kinda looks like Microphone Woman. Kinda has the same vibe. But the Temu version of Microphone Woman. Anyways, after that she put something on her teammate's head. Not sure what was the purpose of that, but he got slammed in a second. And Fred pulls out the middle finger. I kind of found it funny how it got censored. But the bro actually didn't die and started attacking the trio. But with a little bit of teamwork, they were actually dominating on him. That is until the mommy plague mutant pulls Plunger. After she grabs him and pulls him off, Camerawoman goes to defend Plunger by surprise attack her. But it fails miserably. She literally one-taps Camerawoman and Plunger trying to go and defend her, but unfortunately she grabs him with her claws, making him watch how she destroys Camerawoman. This is definitely one of the most heartbreaking and tragic scenes in Skibidi Wars, but like I said before, I don't think she is dead and can get repair before it's too late. They are still in the camera base, so I think she is getting repair before it's too late. She is a robot after all. I don't think she is gonna die just like that. But her camera goes off, making it seem like she died. And the fact later on Titan camera says, for her, it kinda seems like she died. But we might get the answer of that tomorrow. Anyways, after Camerawoman temporarily dies, POV zooms into the entrance and we see the raiders coming back for more. And as we know, Titan Cameraman battle armor arrives to completely kill the living shit out of the entire group of raiders. Clear reference to Boom's episode 50, but of course his own version of that scene. And damn, the Titan camera looks hella OP and looks freaking cool. Now, I don't know if he looks better than the battle armor speaker man, but we haven't seen much and look close up of Titan camera. We did get a better look at speaker man, so for now he takes the W. But we know we will see more about him in the next episode. Just like in episode 106, when Speaker Titan came, and he left the scene. In 107 we saw more about him, so we might see a battle with him and Plague Toilet. Because at the end of the episode we got an obvious hint that both Plague Toilet and Sonar Titan will be appearing. But I'll be talking more about that later on. After Titan Cameraman completely cooks the entire Raider squad, a random Titan-sized abomination Plague Mutant hits our Titan and puts a pretty decent fight. Bro punches Titan like it's nothing, but Titan Camera hits him back. But this blood just hits Titan Camera so bad he made him disappear in the shadows for a moment. But after he thought he eliminated the Titan, he turns down to see the Plungerman, and literally closes up like a weirdo. Buddy, what the hell are you doing? Let the poor husbands have their sad moment in peace, brah. Not even I am like that when I see Computer Woman with Sim TV man. Well, sometimes there are exceptions. But forget I said that anyways. Titan Camera gets completely mad. He grabs him by his jaw, brutally opening it, and his laser cannons flying in his arm. And this has never happened in any series of Skibidi Toilet. Literally Titan Cameraman turns into Godzilla for a second. Blood literally starts releasing his atomic breath just like Godzilla to the mutant's mouth, completely melting him inside. For the ones thinking dirty, rewatch the scene, unless I'm the only one thinking like that. But after that scene, Titan Cameraman says to Plunger, for her, basically saying for Camerawoman, before leaving the scene. But like I said before, I don't think she is dead, and probably will get repair. Hopefully I'm right. But the screen changes to the scene in the teaser in the computer base. But since I already analyzed this first part, let me give you a small explanation of this scene. Basically, computers are working on the Triadian crystal and trying to weaponize the energy of it. After that, elite computer man goes to the analysis team, where they have old footages of the Necromancer and Phantom. Apparently, they got them from cameras that recorded that a while ago. And turns out they seem to know that the Plague Toilet might be connected to the Necromancer and Phantom, and knows their weaknesses. And the elite computer man had the brilliant idea to capture the Plague Toilet, instead of killing it, which I can predict right now it's probably a bad idea. What if they capture it and interrogate it? But what if he already has a plan and literally kills every single computer man? I have a theory I'll share after I finish analyzing this. And the scientist is asking how are they gonna capture it? Which it's the same question I'm looking for. And the elite computer says, the cameramen already have functioning Neuralink technology, and we've nearly cracked the code to weaponize the Triadian power crystal. The scientist says that he is as big as a Titan now. How are they gonna pull it off? Which he says, our best bet is to try immobilizing it with one or more of our Titans. Which when he said one or more, clearly this means they will try and do it in the next episode. Where Sonar Titan is coming, both him and Camera are still in base, so that will be huge. But he also says, we'll take the necessary steps to seize control over it. But we can't kill it, and the episode ends, and at the end of the episode, we can hear Plague Toilet sound in Sonar Titan. This clearly foreshadowing Sonar Titan in the next episode versus Plague. Listen to it yourself.
But one thing's certain, we must not kill it.
You're right. I need to inform everyone about this discovery.
So as you heard the end of the episode, We hear both Plague Toilet and Sonar Titan. I can't wait for the next episode. We about to see some crazy fight. Considering Plague Toilet is the one who infected Sonar Titan, it's time for him to get revenge. But I do have a theory of what do I think if the computers capture the Plague Toilet like they said. I personally don't think it's a good idea. As you know how the undead team are, they play dirty, and they can easily trick them. For example, let's say they capture Plague Toilet and send him in the computer base or whatever. They can still track Plague Toilet with a tracking device and easily send the Toilet Emperor there and raid the computer base. Because what a coincidence, computer base will be from episode 110 to 111, and in 111 Toilet Emperor returns with malware. This theory can maybe somehow be valid, but different. I also have my theory about Camerawoman not being dead, as that just recently happened, and they are still in the camera base, meaning they can quickly get her to the repair room before it's too late and she actually dies. But if so, it will be sad. I was expecting Plunger to die instead, but I guess we were wrong. On one multiverse is Titan Camera, on another is Plunger, and in here Camerawoman. At this point we need to chill out and give cameras a break, man. They have been the most race that has suffered. But I also noticed something unusual. Around episode, I noticed containers, like the ones in Boom series, but I can't really tell if they are Easter eggs of Boom reference, or they're just dropping more toilets there to raid, or a hint of Jimmy's new upgrades. Honestly, this episode left me with a bunch of questions, but tomorrow me and Verlance will be making a Q&A where I ask him some questions. I already have some prepared about this episode, but besides that I'll see if I can ask other questions about the plot, because besides the questions about this episode that I am indeed curious about, I also have some interesting questions about the plot, and some of them can confirm some of my theories whether they are right or I just yap random shit. But anyways, tomorrow will be as juicy as today, so you wouldn't want to miss it. Also, I'm very interested in the upcoming episodes, because now we will be learning more about the Plague Toilet. I am curious of one thing. We heard the scientist Computer Man say when they were watching the old footages, the Plague Toilet is now bigger like a Titan now, but they didn't say anything about him having a mech. Because I think the Plague Toilet's big body, it's just as mech, because there is no way someone that was small out of nowhere is now a Titan-sized freak, unless they have some sort of technology that makes them big. But yeah, tomorrow these questions will get an answer. Make sure to not miss our Q&A. Tomorrow will be as juicy as today, but anyways, that was all for today. This video was supposed to be longer, but at this point it'll never end of how much there is to talk about. So tomorrow we will have more to talk about with the information and answer we are getting. I still don't know how many questions I have, because holy shit, this episode left me with a bunch. But I'll ask the most ones I'm curious of. And I'll ask Verlance if I can also ask questions not related to this episode, but also to the plot. So if you don't want to miss anything, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I can say I have the latest information for Skibidi Wars, so if you're into the series, I recommend you subscribing. Also yes, I was buying time so the video reaches 13 minutes. But make sure to subscribe because why not? Epic Sonar Man out.